let's talk about what happened before I joined the school. I was a socially awkward boy, but more importantly, I was a bit of a failure in my opinion, and I kind of want a new life from that. I want to actually be me. I start to realize that there are people in our society that are just hardcore. They would do anything in order to be more powerful. These kind of people, I call them greens. As time goes by, I become more and more paranoid about these people. So Queenie snatched my piece of paper with the rap lyrics, and of course I'm like super embarrassed. And they are like powerful people, yeah? I'm dead. Bernese suddenly turned around and said, "You're in danger," okay? I was actually excited. Instead of being worried, I was actually excited. Because for all my life, I've never entered this. I was always this surface level boy. No one really cares all that much about me. But finally, the first time ever, I can join a war. And then immediately afterwards, me, Tom, Edward, Keith, I think also Jeffrey and Cedric tagged along for some reason. We ran up to the libraries to watch Natalie. Afterwards, I and Bernese had become friends because Bernese told me that she hates Natalie too. Bernese to me is just a friend. And then what happened was that Keith betrayed his team. I asked her, "Can you tell me all the secrets in this class, okay?" And then she's like, I can't. And I'm like, why? Why can't you tell me all the secrets? Other than Bernese, there were multiple victims of Arthur as well. It was February 2015 when I and Cedric became close friends. And then we have Mary. She seems really cute and innocent. She's filthy. She's talented. Mary snapped saying, "Do I really have to tell you everything?" They thought Mary's using me. Cedric betrayed me. You know what? I want to befriend Jordana and Linda. And I know that they're dangerous people. Even Edward warned me. Suddenly, Jordana passed out. Now we begin Form 2. Most dangerous teacher in our school, Miss Solomon. She is a monster, to put it lightly. Suddenly, Bernese tells me that Jordana hates me. Bernese War, though, this is probably the most important war in my life. This is the biggest one and the most important one. They stole my diary and they stole my pencil case. I actually felt super excited for some reason. I teamed up with Natalie. I WhatsApped her. I also texted Mary. Though I walked out of the classroom and Jordana and Linda are waiting for me outside of the classroom. Edward was actually the one who started the WhatsApp group because we wanted to attack Keith. Cedric broke up with Bernese. I asked Mary to ask Bernese what is her plan. Miss Solomon decided to lock me in her art room for 2 hours straight. You have to be out of your goddamn mind, okay? I immediately did a 180 and just ran the other direction. Just fuck you. And then suddenly, guess what the fuck happened afterwards? Of course, we cannot take a break. This is a war. It's a war going on. You can't take a fucking break in the war. Me, Cedric, Edward, we were in the McDonald's. And right outside the entrance of the McDonald's, Bernese and her mother shows up. Natalie decided to make a move. Hell broke loose. Chaos happened. I was honestly scared because imagine staying in your place for like 12 days, not seeing anyone, and you hear all these rumors about people going insane. And then you go back to school to see everyone being sane. It's very scary. It's almost like everybody's wearing a mask. The age of misery and depression truly begins. So I felt useless. I felt worthless. One of the most heartbreaking moments in my life. I call it the persecution, but to others it's civil war. But to me it's the persecution. And it cut into my heart like a very sharp knife. I immediately cried on the spot. Jordana said, "Equality does not exist in this world." And then she said, "Strong people live, weak people die." I cried so hard, I couldn't even feel my fingers and my toes. I saw Jeffrey arguing with Jordana, Linda, and Cedric in a distance. And it's Jeffrey, Natalie, and I. We were speaking to one another. So we have Hamlet. So we have a new project to do. We need to form groups again. We just fought over it. Like, we collided and clashed. It was pure chaos, by the way. Jeffrey was like, what are you talking about? I saw the new grouping list, the piece of paper, the final verdict, by the way. And it was me, Jordana, Linda, Natalie, Jeffrey, Cedric, plus Gary, Diane, and Pete. 9 of us. And I was like, in Form 3, I went to 3A, which is shocking. I don't know anyone around me, they're all strangers. But I and Miriam eventually started talking to each other. I used to have like a pretty high respect for Tyrus, and then just later on I realized that Tom is actually a pretty solid good guy as well. A pencil stabbed my palm. I don't know if you can see this, but it's still in my palm. So the entire district were flooded. Form 3 is the most boring school year in my opinion. I was so bored, I was trying to start a war myself, you know. I and Leo, we started talking to one another. Anne and Zara back then, they were also pretty friendly to us as well.
Oh, wait, hold on. It isn't. No, wait. No, that was it. 呢個通常都一定一樣。係正確嘅。
I began to actually like Mary, you know? Now, moving over to Form 4. It is a new day, it is a new dawn. We are entering the second half of my school life. Jordana was previously in 3E, 1C, 2C, 3E, and then 4A, Jordana joined my class. Natalie picked physics. A lot of people who is originally from 3E moved to 4A. So you have people, boys like Kingsley, Hans, Marty, Adam. Meanwhile, Mary and Caroline remained in 4C for some reason, and Linda was in 4E. One of our classmates just, it's kind of ridiculous, honestly, but, she randomly had an amnesia during class, and she forgot all the people, and, yeah, she had an amnesia, and her boyfriend is just very, very sad, and yeah, I hope her brain recovers. And yeah, she had been hearing voices. I mean, when I see her in real life, she looks totally fine, she acts totally fine, but then she's also suicidal and depressed, like for real, and I'm really concerned for her. I wouldn't have the balls to just go up to Natalie and say that, hey, I'm gonna be honest, you were annoying. You were hurting me, hurting my friends, physically, I mean, and yeah, we argued and, but the next Monday, turns out it's fine. Turns out she's not that angry at me. I thought she would pull out a knife and stab me in the morning when the people are not respecting me enough, and you know, but today, one door shuts and one door opens. The suicidal girl's boyfriend and Cedric became really friendly because they're both in the same classroom. So, I'm kind of being left out in the situation, you know. But, I also kind of heard their conversation. Natalie, she told me that everyone hates me again. She told me that I can't be friends with her or Cedric anymore. And, Leo, the prodigy, got an 80 out of 90. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Olivia got a 90 out of 100 in chemistry? What the fuck? What? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Out of 100, I got a 47. Yes, I passed. Doesn't mean it's good. Natalie got 49. But I had hope. I had confidence. I worked hard for this. I worked real hard. All my effort. All my work. What for? It did not matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Hell yeah. Tyrus told me to fuck off in front of Cedric. After a meeting with 5 other teachers, they have decided that I am chosen to be the MC or the host of our school's open day ceremony. I was going to talk to Cedric, and he just pushes me away. Natalie likes to beat up people with the help of almost every other boy in the classroom. Beat up Marty. You know, at some point Marty just got mad and serious. I told Natalie that I think Jordana is angry at me, and he asked everyone except for me. I don't know why does Tom hate me, but whatever. The 3-day school trip. We're actually going up north to the Gaugndong region.
cringe. You not lie, it's a cringe.
呢個我而家影低我放喺我條片入邊。
Enoch in the 90s， 冇病啊！係，哇！呢個根本唔該係喎。
Oh shit！ 哇，出邊空氣好差。
喂，試熱水啊，好興。
Swallow my these, I stay these, swallow my these, I stay these. Can't tell, handheld drink, shot in hell. Look at the fuck with the signs.
But however, what really makes Mary a special girl is her personality, her I don't give a fuck, her careless, witty, smart, sassy personality. May 14th. Fuck. This is where my fuck up starts, okay? I completely forgot about my bag of sports clothes. And if you have paid enough attention, this is not the first time that I had forgotten my sports clothes on a bus. Now, and I wasted again. I lost it again. I'm basically donating free sports clothes, free sports shoes, and free fucking bags to random strangers. You know, life's not going that well. I've been, you know, fucking things up lately. I have created a loop of messing up and screwing up and fucking up again and again and again. The biggest devastating for me is that Cedric is leaving. So, Form 5, Form 5, Form 5. Not a single year has been more depressing than Form 5. Oh, yes, they can visit her house, because they're somehow brave enough, they somehow have the power, but no, they had to push me out because I'm not powerful enough. I did so many things in order to gain more respect, be more popular, have more actual good friends. No matter what I try, no matter what I do, it's never gonna work. I'm never gonna gain the attention, gain the respect. For another biology group, we got Hans, Marty, Hector, people, and I'm not in that group, and they're all just rejecting me. I want to be in the gang because I'm friends with them, right? When we entered the chemistry lab, I told Nick, just right off the bat, just go get a seat in that table right now before the boys push us away again. And by the time I told Nick, it was already too late. This dude, useless. He can't do shit. Can't do shit to us. He's out of the society. It's good to see Mary, you know. I haven't seen her for quite a while. And Mary was like, turned around. Mary turned around and saw me. It just becomes more and more painful, and I start to not be able to control my breathing. So I went from to and I spoke to Leo. Do you know where Natalie is? Do you know where Pink is? And Leo was like, no. And I told him, I saw them downstairs in the sick room. And then he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. So we ran all the way back down. Apparently it's, you know, they want to file a report against Anne and Jordana and stuff. Meanwhile, everybody I know is special. They're having great lives, and you know, from all these years I've built. I mean, I'm not trying to be emo or edgy or anything, but from all these years I've built up so much negative feelings, and I just want to just blast it all out. I didn't look at Mary all that much, but I think she was looking at me a lot. But then I don't know why. I feel like I'm in hell. I feel so helpless. I feel so powerless. I feel so... You know, my life feels so empty and lonely. And it's like I'm in hell. It's like every day I go to the same place to suffer. Slowly. I sort of whispered to Cedric, yeah, this is kind of awkward. And Topher heard it. And he was like, could you have spoken any louder? Topher simply hates my guts for no good reason. Just like last Friday, I worked as a backup announcer. So I was there and I had like the labels because, you know, if you're a staff, you have to have a label on your shirt. I did talk with Natalie way more, which is crazy because Natalie and I sort of broke up as friends. I'm gonna show you this. There's this page. So
Oh shit.
Five, four, three, two, one. Go. And there's no one.
There is literally no one here.
Don't you going up the hallway. I'm gonna be outside the apartment.
I reckon I'm moving there. Which phase are you looking at?
Anyway, today is the first day of Form 6. Our school got famous. It's infamous. It's because of the political stuff. September 25th at night, when I learned something about one of my classmates. It's something sex related. Ever since I knew about this, this has been haunting me until now, and it will go on. Before going to this barbecue, I was like, if there's a time where I have to talk to Mary, it's today. And then Oliver joined in and they were just laughing happily, and to see them being happy, it hurts me even more. At some point I almost cried, but they all pretended that I don't exist. But they all acknowledged Oliver's existence. And earlier today, Natalie told me that I am her most platonic friend. Today's a really special day because it's Mary's birthday. I just want to say happy birthday. 2 words. And I still, just every time she's nearby, I froze. I freeze. And then that's it. She's gone, and that's my last chance. I ruined my last chance. I feel fucking miserable right now. The 5 also includes Vera's boyfriend and 2 of their other friends. They are caught. They are caught by the police. I don't know if this will get uploaded or not, but I just really wanted to talk, so here we go. I told Tom that I wanted to speak to a person, and then Tom immediately knew it's Mary. It's already the end of 2019, okay? It's been like 4 or 5 fucking years since I have told myself, you know what, I gotta change. It's like I failed every single thing. I was having lunch, I just had another existential crisis. I'm still waiting for that golden opportunity to speak to her. And every time I have a chance to speak to her, I blow it because I'm scared. So it was around after school today, and Natalie sort of confessed her love for Grant, and Grant confessed his love for Natalie. For me right now, I'm laughing at how ridiculous this fucking thing is, okay? Like, Natalie just broke up with Keith like around a month ago, probably still recovering, still dreaming about him, and then we have Grant. Meanwhile, there's me, who doesn't have one single girlfriend. I'm pissed off at myself for how much of a failure and a loser I am. As you can see, I just finished school, the last school day of the 2010s. Very important day. I spoke to Mary. I fucking did it. The last Christmas party day. I spoke to Mary. Yes! Yeah! I did it! And then she suddenly said, "Hey, do you want to take a photo together?" And I was like, "Sure, yeah. Fuck yeah." There are nothing but regrets that came out after this school life. It's full of missed opportunities, mistakes, missteps. I think I've already hit a peak where my life becomes the most interesting, because from now on until the rest of my life, everything's going to be very routine. In between the Christmas break and the Chinese New Year break that's going to start tomorrow, I didn't talk to Mary at all. See 0 over only 25? What the heck? Say, okay, so VM and I are, and C, CTT, C, right, so I found one Chinese, fucking motherfucking, oh my fucking god. I cannot be human anymore. I found page 1! I got a 19 out of 36. Fucking hell. What has my life built up to? What is the purpose of all things? I hope our paths cross again somewhere in the future. Just has to be one more time.